This is a quick guide to the Mounts of Mayhem Drop. This video is going to explain all of the new mobs, items, and the new weapon, the spear, in the Mounts of Mayhem Drop. The spear. There are 7 different types of spears going from wood to netherite. The crafting recipe is 2 sticks and a piece of material. With netherite spears, you'll have to use a smithing table, insert a diamond spear, a netherite upgrade, and a netherite ingot. The spear can also be found in chest loot and from mob drops, as now zombies, husks, piglins, and zombified piglins will now wield the spear. Some important details about the spear is that you can't do a critical hit with the spear. Also, the spear has an attack reach of 2 to 4.5 blocks. This is a range that you can hit the mob. Within 2 blocks, you can't hit a mob with the spear. This attack reach is 1.5 more blocks than other weapons like the sword or the axe. The spear has 2 attacks, a jab attack and a charge attack. The jab attack is a melee attack. The amount of damage done is 1 with the wooden spear and 5 with the netherite spear. The cooldown with the spear depends on the material, going from 0.65 seconds with the wooden one and 1.15 seconds with the netherite. You can't perform a jab attack when the spear is in cooldown. The charge attack will do damage based on how fast the player is moving. This is done by holding the right button or the use button. You can do this attack while sprinting, riding a horse, or gliding with elytra. For example, a netherite spear while sprinting while doing a charge attack can do 7 damage, and with gliding with elytra with a firework rocket boost, you can do 41 damage. The amount of damage done is based on the multiplier, with wood being 0.7 times and netherite being 1.2 times. There are 3 stages to the charge attack. Engaged, your spear is lowered in position. This will deal damage, dismount the target from a mount, and deal knockback. Tired, the spear will rotate sideways and shake. This deals damage and knockback. Last is disengaged. This spear will be lowered to the bottom of the screen and only deals damage. The length of these stages will depend on the material, with wood being 5 seconds for each stage and netherite being 2.5 seconds. The enchantments for the spear will include the sharpness, smite, bane of arthropods, looting, knockback, fire aspect, unbreaking, mending, curse of vanishing, and the new lunge enchantment. The sharpness, smite, and bane of arthropods will all be incompatible with each other, so you only can have one of these on your spear. The lunge enchantment. This is a new enchantment that can only be put on the spear. This should be an easy enchantment to find, as you can enchant a spear, enchant books, find it from fishing for enchanted books, through librarian villagers, or in chest loot. The maximum level is 3. It will propel the player forward when you do a jab attack. It will be a 0.458 block momentum boost per a level per a tick. The higher the level, the quicker you move. This is best performed when you are in mid-air, so jump up, look at the target, and you will do a lunge attack. Lunge will also cost 1 hunger or saturation points per level and 1 durability. You can't do the lunge if you're on a mount, gliding with elytra, touching water, or you have less than 5 hunger points. It won't activate when you are doing a charge attack. Nautilus, Zombie Nautilus, and the Coral Zombie Nautilus. These are 3 new mobs that have been added. The Nautilus is found in groups of 1 to 3 in all ocean biomes. The Zombie Nautilus has a 50% chance of spawning when a drowned spawns with a trident. Drowned have a 6.25% chance in Java and a 15% chance in Bedrock of spawning with a trident. Drowned have a 1% of spawning in the ocean biomes. They can be found in ocean ruins that are found in the oceans, and 0 to 4 drowned can spawn per building in the ocean ruins. The Coral Zombie Nautilus is the same spawning conditions as the Zombie Nautilus, except it will only spawn in the warm ocean biomes. The Nautilus is a passive mob. It will attack pufferfish, can retaliate if the player attacks it, and will breach itself on land. The Nautilus has a 5% chance to drop 0 to 1 Nautilus shells. Looting doesn't increase this. The Coral Zombie and Zombie Nautilus can drop 0 to 3 rotten flesh. That looting doesn't increase the chance. The Zombie and Coral Zombie Nautilus are undead mobs, so they are affected by the smite enchantment. They won't suffocate, and they will burn in daylight. The Nautilus, meaning all 3, will follow the player within 10 blocks when they are holding fish or a bucket of fish. They can be tamed with pufferfish or a bucket of pufferfish. The Zombie and Coral Zombie Nautilus cannot be bred. The Nautilus can be bred with a pufferfish or a bucket of pufferfish, with 2 entering love mode and breeding a baby Nautilus. It will take 20 minutes for the baby Nautilus to grow into an adult, and this can be reduced by 10% 10% by being fed a pufferfish or bucket of pufferfish. The Nautilus can be ridden by being equipped with a saddle. The way to move the Nautilus will be the same directional controls as other mobs. The Nautilus will have a dash that can move it quickly forward, similar to a camel. This charged dash will replace the experience bar, and you can perform it by hitting jump. The zombie and coral zombie Nautilus will be 10% faster than the Nautilus. While riding the Nautilus, you will also get the breath of the Nautilus effect that pauses the oxygen bar, allowing you not to drown underwater. To remove the saddle or armor, you can use shears. Nautilus Armor. This is a new item added to give protection to the Nautilus. There are 5 types: copper, iron, gold, diamond, and netherite. Copper will provide 4 protection, iron 5, gold 7, diamond 11, and netherite 19. Everyone except the netherite can be found in the shipwreck, ocean ruins chest, and the buried treasure chest. To get the netherite Nautilus Armor, you will need to use the smithing table, placing a diamond Nautilus Armor, netherite upgrade, and a netherite ingot. The Nautilus Armor can be placed on the Nautilus to provide protection, as they only have 15 health. Also, this will prevent the zombie and coral zombie Nautilus from burning in daylight when worn. The Camel Husk. This is an undead mob variant of the camel. There is a 10% chance when the husk spawns that it will spawn riding a camel husk. For a husk to spawn, it will need to be in the desert and a light level of 0. The camel husk will spawn with the husk riding it at the front, wielding an iron spear and a parched mob on the back. The Parched is a new skeleton variant. The husk will only do charge attacks with the spear, and the Parched will fire arrows. Once you've killed both mobs, the camel husk will become passive. To tame it, you will have to ride it and look in the same direction. Once it has been tamed, you can ride it by equipping a saddle. It will be the same as other camel mobs, as it will have a dash ability. The camel husk is an undead mob, however it won't burn in daylight like the husk. As an undead mob, it cannot be bred. The zombie horse. This isn't a new mob, but it didn't spawn in the game before. It will have a less than 1% chance of spawning in plains, windswept savanna, snowy plains, sunflower plains, and the savanna plateau at light level 0. They will spawn with a zombie wielding an iron spear. The zombie on the horse will only do charge attacks. Once the zombie is killed, the zombie horse will become passive. It can be tamed by trying to ride it and looking in the same direction. It can be ridden by placing a saddle on it. It is an undead mob, so it will burn in daylight and has to have horse armor placed on it. As an undead mob, they can't be bred. The Parched mob. This is a new skeleton variant that will spawn in the desert at light level 0. The difference between the Parched and a normal skeleton is that it doesn't burn in sunlight. The Parched will shoot arrows of weakness that can reduce the attack damage that you can do for 11 seconds. They also fire arrows at a slower rate than a normal skeleton and can ride at the back of a camel husk. The netherite horse armor. This will be added to the game and adds 19 protection to a horse. This is acquired by using the smithing table by placing a diamond horse armor, netherite upgrade, and netherite ingot. Only one new advancement has been added called the mob kebab. This would be hitting 5 mobs with a charge attack using this spear. Some changes include that horses, mules, donkeys, zombie horses, and camels no longer sink in water while ridden and won't panic if controlled by the player. Similarly, llamas and trader llamas won't panic if controlled by the player. With the addition of the spear, piglins can now spawn holding golden spears and will do jab attacks. Zombie piglins can now hold a golden spear and do a charge attack. That is most of the additions and changes in the Mounts of Mayhem drop. There are more as usual, as there are a lot of bug fixes in every drop. I hope you enjoy and have fun using this spear.